low key, and I am. I say I am. This is super facts. I just ate some bullshit ass wings, and my stomach is cooked. But something funny as hell just happened to me. I was over here. I just did a delivery. I dropped off some food. Niggas ordering ice cream. You got me? I'm telling you, man. Respectfully, certified white people shit. Certified white people shit, boy. White people eat ice cream all winter long. It could be 0 degrees outside, okay? And white people gonna want some goddamn ice cream, man. They don't play about that shit. But pulled over after I did a delivery. I'm sitting in my car waiting for another delivery. This kid that, and I don't even want to say I fell out with, he fell out with me over fucking this Israeli puppet shill Charlie Kirk. Last thing he said to me was, "Who suck my dick?" And I gave him an opportunity to apologize before it's on site, but ain't neat. That's neat. So anyway, so I'm sitting in my car and I just look over and like I see somebody walking past my car and I look at them and then they just like put their head down and just like shake their head and then just keep walking. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm looking at this dude. I'm like, is this the fucking kid? Is this my former friend? Like, bro, it was hilarious. And I'm like, that don't even make sense because this kid is supposed to be like he's supposed to be living like 40 minutes away from where I'm at right now. I'm like, what are you even doing here? Like, I'm telling you, bro, half the time I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm living in, bro. Half the time I'm just like, this shit is just not fake. I mean, this shit is just not real. So yeah, I see this kid and it's like, like I said, the last thing this kid said to me was, it was like, whether somebody's talking shit or not, like, you know, if you a man and you tell another man to do some shit like that, like prepare to get stabbed, shot, jaw broke, things of that nature. Let's have a real conversation. um, and just like, okay, so I think the dude recognized me because obviously he knows my car, and I think he recognized me. And then, but instead, like I said, like these people are just cowards. They're pussy. They're weak. They're just, you know what I mean? Honestly, they're just fucking useless. Let's have a real conversation. So it's like, you had a lot to say on the phone, but once again, once again, another example of when people see me in real life or I'm right there, it's never nobody that takes the initiative to confront me, you know what I mean? Because I will stab you in the fucking face and grant that photo. You know what I'm saying? So but so I was just mad random, it's like certain stuff. And then I saw my mom today. I was on a delivery and then I saw my mom at like the intersection driving and she was driving past me and I went to go wave at her because I'm thinking she's staring at me. She knows my car as well. And she just kept it moving. And and then I saw my dad the other day and he was driving down he was driving down the street and he clearly could see me. I was standing by my car and I was standing damn near, and I stood out in the street to kind of wave to him, to kind of really flag him over because I needed something. I needed to ask him a question about my car. And the dude just like didn't look at me or nothing. He just continued to drive straight, didn't look over nothing. I don't know if it was on purpose or not. I don't know, but it's just like, it's like shit like that where it's like when you can be literally like you can be standing in front of the people that are supposed to be your parents and they just drive right past you or don't even pay attention to you. It's like, oh, okay, like, it's just more confirmation on every level that it's like you people don't fucking matter, you know, and you definitely making it known that I don't matter to you as well. So it's like, you know, niggas ain't even my ops. Like niggas is just ghosts. You're just a walking corpse. Like you don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas is just dead, like the living dead. You know, it's like I had this one bitch. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. This shit really been like, it was kind of like the last straw with me, where you know, where it's like this chick was like really just a fucking child. You know what I mean? And um, she was just talking like this. She was just talking real like just just, I guess it's called like love bombing and stuff like that, and making me feel like, we might be able to, figure something out, and be in a relationship or something like that, and like a real relationship and shit, and telling me, oh, our souls see each other, all of this shit. And then like with the snap of I mean, not with the like a half a snap, my nigga, just completely just straight like Lilith activated, or I'm just like, that was it. Like, because a lot of people, that if I'm in a relationship, a lot of times I'm already talking to the chick for like a year plus. I'm already, behind the scenes or whatever the fuck, and when people just change up, bro, that shit be making me want to, I can't help it. That shit make me mad as fuck. I'm like, I'm 34 years old. Fundamentally, my characteristics have fundamentally been the same since I was fucking as young as I can remember, 10, 11, 11, 12. Since I was 11 or 12, so going on 30 years, going on 20 years. I've been fundamentally the same type of person, but at the same time just trying to, conquer my flaws and get better and shit. And I'm just like, I don't understand how people can do that shit. How on fucking Monday, they're fucking, you know what I mean? On a fucking Saturday, you know what I mean? They're just like all on your dick, and then on Sunday, it's like you don't even exist. It's like it's like, I don't get it, man. And I'm just like, I'm just only thing I can do is just do research and just go within, because I'm just like, I'm trying to logically understand what the fuck this is. I'm over here, I'm doing research on the demiurge, and I forget the damn name of this shit. Y'all both, whatever dumb ass name it is. But I'm doing doing research on, it's like Gnosis. I think Hurricane was mentioning this recently, like Gnostic and shit, philosophies or whatever you want to call it, and basically saying that there's like a demiurge that created this realm of pain and suffering and just a soul trap and shit. And I'm like, is that what's going on here? Or another theory I was saying, I was like, is my soul, my real soul, or deep base soul, is my base soul in the inner life or the shadow realm, whatever, spirit world? And could it be a situation where my actual like base soul wants to instigate a situation where I no longer exist, like physically in this realm? Like, is my base form trying to, provoke me or instigate me to get up out of here? Or is it, or is it Satan? Or is it free will? Or is, you know what I mean? I'm just like, cause it's just stupid. All in all, It's just like, it's just too many fucking stupid, unreliable, fake ass people in this world. It's just too many. I don't have a real answer for it. All in all, like if I died right now and they're like, you know how you fucking be using Tinder or some dumb shit, and they'd be like, how would you rate this app? And I'm like, nigga, if I could give you negative stars, I would. This is horse shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how would you rate your planet Earth experience? Like, I will kill you. I will kill. I would shot. I will, man. I will, or I will be whooping ass in the shadow realm, bro. What do you mean? How would I rate this ghetto, raggedy ass? What are you talking about? And he said it's a battle within. It's hard to believe anything that man says. Who? Who y'all talking about? He said, fuck these hoes. Yeah, I'm at the point where I kind of like, bro, I'm telling, if I'm gonna be completely for real with you, man, like that's why the average person either just kind of just become jaded and they're like, yo, I'm just gonna be by myself, and they don't even want to have to do anything. They don't want nothing to do with nobody. Or you have the other people. That's like, I feel like that's the big percentage, you know, like that's probably like um maybe 50% of people, something like that. Maybe 50% of people are like, yo, I'm just jaded, you know, I don't even care anymore. Maybe 40, 50%. And then like 40% of people, they've been hurt. They might have just got hurt one time, but they've been hurt, and then they're like, you know what, since people want to hurt me, I'm just going to stop giving a fuck, and I'm going to hurt people. Or if I hurt them, I don't care. And then I think the 10% left is good people. It's somebody that's like a genuine soul that just wants to meet a normal person and have a family, and like, you know, traditional family told type shit. You know what I'm saying? He said this chicken head ass world. That's a fact, bro. He said, I'm not jaded, definitely bitter though. Why you bitter, water style? Said a human will mess over you for their benefit. That's the nature of humans in this realm. It's about survival. Transactional. Mm-hmm. Show your ride. So yeah, I just be a lot of times when I'm hurting or when I'm really like upset, I just dive into like research, you know, and I try to figure out, you know, what's really going on here, you know, and I'm just like, it can't be my soul, it has my ego, it has to be my ego that's upset. So I gotta, every day I wake up, I gotta fucking curb stomp my ego to death, you know, and it's hard, man. It's really hard. Dealt with too many inauthentic people in life. I feel you on that. I feel you on that, you know, and then but also you gotta factor in, you know, there's no schooling on this shit, you know. This world, since we come out the womb, teaches us how to be actors. You know, teaches us how to survive within this world stage. This world don't teach us how to be authentic. I just came from Buffalo Wild Wings. I just ate some inauthentic food. You know what I'm saying? Okay, if it ain't the high fructose corn syrup whooping my ass, it's the soybean oil putting me in a choke slam from hell. Let's have a real conversation. Fuck is you talking about? Huh? Or it's all this fake ass sugar. You know, do niggas still get gout? It's 2025. Do niggas still get gout? Fuck is you talking about? 2025. You know who winning right now? Cancer. The depopulation. Think tank niggas. Them niggas is winning right now. Ego to be out of control. I'm working on getting it. Yeah, it's a fact. Cause it's all about braggadocious. It's all about material bullshit. Then you snap out of it, and you like none of this shit mattered. Yeah, I had the freshest, man. I always been a big, like, I love shoes, man. I love shoes, man. That was one of my thing growing up. You know, you had to be fresh. That's the indoctrination from the nigga community. You had to be fresh. You had to have a brand new everything. You had to have brand new everything. You couldn't have no scuff marks on your shoes. They couldn't be dirty. Brand new everything when you walk out the house, and that got to be relevant shit. It got to be the shit that's on TV. And I grow up and I'm like, nigga, I wear shit from Walmart. I wear clothes from Walmart now, but I put it together to where niggas wouldn't even know. You know what I'm saying? I'll be wearing a whole white tee from Walmart, some pants from Walmart, but then I can't really get jiggy with no Walmart shoes, so I'll throw on a pair. I ain't gonna lie, I'll throw on a pair of Jordans or some bullshit, but it's all indoctrination, man. It's all indoctrination. I did have the Dame Dash syndrome for a while, bro. Like, just literally, like, I would literally just, like, once I wore it, like, bro, it was bad. Like, I wear some clothes, and as soon as I felt like it was dirty, I would never wash it. I would just buy new clothes. Now, I wouldn't throw the clothes away, but I mean, I would just have clothes sitting in the hamper for like a year because I wouldn't wash them. I'd be like, I'm not washing that and wearing it again. I'm gonna just go buy another, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? We all have Payless. See, that's the thing. I'm talking about more like, towards adulthood when we could, we was working and we can afford our own shit. But every nigga was in Payless with their mom and shit. You know what I'm saying? Going on a Payless journey back to school and all this shit. Do they even have Payless anymore? Shit. It's a white tee, sweat, Crocs. I don't fuck with the Crocs. I never wore a pair of Crocs, nigga. I can't go full NPC, man. I don't know. Them shits might be comfortable, but I can't do it, bro. Certain shit I can't do, man. I can't do the Crocs, man. When I see a bitch wearing Crocs, I just assume her pussy got older. I just assume her pH is off balance. I ain't gonna lie to you. Whenever I see a bitch wearing Crocs, I just assume her pussy smell like black mold, nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. I'm gonna keep it a buck, nigga. Feel me? You don't wear Crocs, water style? I let Uggs slide, man. I remember my ex-girlfriend, she bought me a pair of Uggs. I wanted a pair, it was like the Ugg slippers, and I wanted a pair of red ones because that's my favorite color. And I was like, bitch, give me the red ones. And they didn't have them, so she bought me blue. And I'm just like, bitch, I hate the color blue. Like, you know what I mean? I hate the color blue, bitch. Like, hey, that's how I knew. Like, I should have known right there it wasn't gonna work out. And she bought me the blue ones and shit. She had an attitude because she had to go back and get the different color and shit. Or whatever, different size. He said, I got flat feet. So, yeah, I got flat feet too, bro. But once again, listen, that shit ain't gonna work over here, Jay. I got flat feet too, nigga. I wear like a size 10.5 flat feet, nigga. Like, but it's about the principalities, it's like I would never work at Amazon or certain places, you know. I would never work at like a Facebook unless I'm going straight into these places to destroy the company. I mean, completely infiltrate. I couldn't do it. You know, certain things I can't do it, man. I'm not perfect or nothing like that. It's just for me. It's like I can't do it, man. Sometimes I'll be going on certain YouTubers like channels and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm not about to give them my watch time. I'm not about to watch these advertisements and help them make money when they're just fueling the left right paradigm and all this other dumb shit. They're just stupid. They're dumbass people with camera phones. That's it. If we didn't if there was no such thing as the internet, these people wouldn't nobody be giving a fuck about these people, man. Because these people wouldn't even have the balls to come outside. These content creators, whatever the fuck you want to call them, they don't go outside, the majority of them. And nonetheless, and even if they do go outside, they don't just be talking, like saying whatever they want when they outside. See, that's a controlled environment. Your whole little podcast studio and shit, where you only invite people that agree with you and shit. Bro, these dudes are so pussy, man. Like, all of these people are just so fucking pussy, man. Don't none of these people be outside just like setting up shop on a random ass corner. You know what I mean? And just be telling, with a microphone, voicing their opinion in the world. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? You know? Can't block nobody. There's no block button, okay, on a fucking sidewalk. All right? Fuck is you talking about, man? Yeah. Yeah, so some videos I'm gonna be reacting to. It was this let's see if maybe I can bring it up now. Let's see. Nah, I ate some wings earlier and them shits fucked my stomach up. I think I found it. We'll see what y'all think about it. Hold on. Where's the speaker at, bitch? Hold on. It's these niggas.
Say, check this out, and then I will explain after.
You've called the district judge's ruling blocking the deployment of national.
Allowing something.
Hold on, let me try to find the video real quick.
They would just get back to it. You would have to have those state psych wards. They're free-range reservations.
There you go.
Produced, or it's an AI song that I found. That's fine. There's not much.
Just a little tap right there. Let that smoke.
So basically, there was this young lady, and she was talking about how we can come together and we can get the fuck away from having to deal with the government and kind of like be sovereign and shit. But before that, they got this motherfucker. This AI shit is just so corny, man. Like, it really is, man.
Drift off into the afternoon sky. Sometimes life gives us.
Like, I guess this is whoever the fuck this dude is.
Touch a bright orange, let it dance.
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Painting the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Bob Ross painting the Twin Towers. Here we go. Here's another one.
So check
Plan
this
to
out.
overthrow the U.S. government, no violence needed. Okay, so let us remember, most important.
Right, so you hear that, Hurricane? No violence needed. Okay, these are the plans to overthrow the government without violence. But the problem is, you know, the truth is this. If people really came together and was like, yo, we're done. They like, yeah, the truth, like, we being 100 because they know the majority of Americans or people in this country in general, because it's not even like Americans anymore. It's like just a bunch of fucking people. It's a bunch of fucking immigrants here from, you know what I mean? Like generational like, you know what I mean? But nigga says she afraid. Or maybe this is just a different strategy, right? So the thing is, if people really did that, they just fucking nuke. They would just nuke us. Like they would just nuke the fuck out of us. They would kill us either way.
Nepal reformed its entire government in less than 2 days and picked an official on Discord. I'm not trying to hear that it's not possible. Other countries, they strike, they protest, they boycott. People listen. Stop acting like America doesn't have power. There is power in our dollar. We're all on the same team. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican, if you're a Democrat, if you're a social.
And I look, the point, I'm gonna let her talk and shit, but the point I'm trying to make is, once you gotta, like, I appreciate the initiative, that energy of taking initiative. And you could tell, I mean, this seems to be like a chick, maybe early 20s, like, you know what I'm saying? And she might not know everything, you know what I mean? Whatever the things that she says, she might not know everything as far as, like, you know, the reality of what's to come and shit, what will happen, you know, the reaction for what will happen and shit. But it needs to be, I fuck with a person like this more than I fuck with a person that's trying to save the system. That's the only point that I'm trying to make. I fuck with somebody that's like, yo, let's go do our own shit. Instead of the people that's, you know, the house slaves that's like, well, it's nice in here. We're just gonna stay in here and we'll worry about that later. You know what I'm saying? We'll worry about that in 4 years. Like, no, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. You got two types of people in this world. People that, you know, people that really want to be free and people that don't.
It does not matter. We all want a better life and a better country for our babies. We all want to not fear living paycheck to paycheck. We losing our home. We all want that to stop. Okay, this is going to be our lines of communication. We're going to use everything. Discord, WhatsApp, GroupMe, Facebook, Reddit, Zoom. We're going to separate. We're going to create groups.
So the thing is, the first thing she said was, as far as social media or communication, the first thing they're going to do, they're going to label us domestic terrorists. They're going to lock us up, and they're going to, you know, they might even just shut down those communications altogether. So a real person would say, what we're going to do is we're going to go old-fashioned. We're going to have to use walkie-talkies. We're going to have to use older forms of communication to where it would be, not saying that they couldn't stop it, but it would be way harder than them just shutting down one of these, you know, weaponized platforms that they already own anyway. You know what I mean? All they got to do is press a button and all of these sites can be Discord won't exist anymore, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying?
Involve each state, right? So Groups are gonna make, okay, you live in Indiana, cool. Why? Because we're gonna need to be able to communicate on a state level so we can help each other. Oh, you say you in downtown Detroit? Okay, this is where I live too. You need food, you need groceries, your baby need clothes. Boom, we are going to look out for each other, okay? We're gonna have all types of stuff. Okay, so what are we saying no to? The first thing we are going to say no to is all major restaurants. I promise you, you don't need it. I can guarantee you, if I could guarantee that you could live a better life, have a better quality of health, and save food, would you listen to me? I can guarantee you. I can say,
and it's facts. You know what I mean? We waste a lot of fucking money on eating this processed bullshit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, you know, we go a while without eating a home cooked meal, real food. You know what I mean? That somebody actually made with love for us. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, man, listen, you know, but that whole boycotting thing, that whole just like, you know, that's free will, taking advantage of your free will. How many people are literally just like not taking advantage of that free will? We should not be shopping at none of these fucking corporate ass, big ass chain. They don't give a fuck about us. They don't give a fuck about us at all. Why are we supporting them? It makes 0 sense. We should be exercising our free will to say fuck you to them, because that's what they say to us. When you go into like Walmart, used to be cheap. I go into Walmart now. Walmart got a BBL and a new lace front. Walmart think it's a bad bitch now. It's fucking disgusting. Go on Walmart to buy some fucking deodorant. The deodorant is $7, nigga. Since when deodorant costs $7, nigga? And that's why niggas is stealing shit. Let's have a real conversation. I'm telling you right now, when I see the prices on this shit, it was something in my brain just say, steal it. What are you talking about? My brain just be like, steal it. Because if I don't steal this shit, all they gonna do is steal my money for me. The fuck, I look like a bitch? You got me mistaken for a nigga with a pussy hole.
you might know.
Okay,
Box
all
stores, we are not going to really any of them. Target, Walmart, Sam's, Public, Kroger,
Fuck all of
Whole Foods,
them.
None of that.
None
We're
of that.
tired of them numbers. None of that. Okay,
You know?
we're gonna say yes to Costco because they treat their workers well.
She kind of remind me of Young Pharaoh a little bit, like her energy. Don't she kind of remind you of Young Pharaoh a little bit?
We're gonna say yes to all the dollars. Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar. Why? Because there's like $6 Generals in every single town, and for a lot of people, that's their only option. Also, Aldi. You're gonna get the most bang for your buck at Aldi anyway. Connections and benefits. So first off, the benefits to cutting all these out is you save money, you have a healthier life, all those things. What I mean by connections is this is where your groups are gonna come in. You're gonna tell your people, I'm struggling, G. I really want some Chick-fil-A.
Right.
And they're gonna say, no, you can do it. You can do it. You're gonna get encouragement. You're gonna get recipes. You craving Mexican? Man, why would you pay $30 for one plate at a subpar restaurant when somebody grandma or somebody that learned from their grandma can put a recipe right here? We could even break up the groups. Hey, this is a Mexican food recipe, soul food recipe. I always wanted to try Lao food.
And what she talking about, and it's sad because she seemed like, I wish I knew how old she was, because the energy that I'm getting from this individual is a person that's craving community, a person, and that's, I mean, it's just like a blatant cry for help, like, you know, a person that's craving community and that you know, being able to be proud of being sovereign and self-sufficient and shit like that. You know what I mean? And I can relate to that because I'm like, you know, the only solution is for people to come together and actually just work together. And the same, but it's crazy. Like, people put their faith in a fucking dollar that's not worth anything. People put their faith in a government that wants them to die. But people won't put their faith in each other when we're the ones keeping this shit, we're the glue keeping this shit together. but people won't put their faith in each other. I mean, this is the dumbest shit I mean, when you wake up, the reason why it hurts so bad is because you realize how fucking stupid, you know what I mean, like this society is, and why are people fighting to keep a fucking beast, disgusting system together? Why are people fighting for that? I mean, people are defending a fucking bitch ass nigga that was best friends with a pedophile for decades. What are we talking about? When you wake up, don't nothing make sense anymore at all. You know what I mean? Sitting here arguing with retards, man. You know?
Show me how to do it. Somebody, mama, please teach me. Right. These are going to be our systems. These are going to be the rules, or everything set in place to ensure nobody goes hungry, nobody loses their home. Okay. So the first rule is we are going to be connected with as many local farmers as possible. Again, this is why we're going to break our groups up
This
into
video's
states,
long.
so that you can say, okay,
Should we
live
jam
in
on it?
St. Louis, Missouri.
I think there's enough there to talk
What's
about.
the
I
closest
think
farm to me, and what do they sell? They got jellies. Do they got veggies? Do they got fruit? Do they have eggs? Farm fresh eggs are the best eggs
She's
you are
not
going to eat in
lying.
the world.
No.
I promise you. And I promise you, there's a lot more small farmers than you think. Okay, so one of the rules to that, yes, we're going to have hard rules, so there is no debate. If there is a farm within 30 minutes of you, you are required to shop there. Not saying you have to buy everything there, because they might not sell everything you need, but you are required to get as many things as your home needs from them, as well as all the local farmers. Any place within 30 minutes of you needs to have some type of delivery service. Okay? So we're going to help others. We're going to carpool. We're going to babysit. We're donating. We're going to have some type of donation fund so that people who have more money can, maybe give to a pot that we can help for the people who might be losing their job. We boycott McDonald's, they're going to start firing people before they close. So, we're going to have to look out for each other. We're going to have to share meals. Hey, you got food stamps, you might have to cook for the neighborhood, okay? Something like that. Everyone must participate. Hard rule, you must participate.
Here's
must
where the
be
government
in
comes
group.
in.
You don't have to use every group, every app, but you need to be in at least 1 to 2 groups, and you must participate in one of these things. Again, carpooling, meal sharing, donating, babysitting, whatever you can think of that will help. Another system I would love to develop is a delivery system. Not Uber Eats, not DoorDash.
So like the thing that just kills me the most is the fact that people won't even try. It's like we've been participating in this dumbass fucking demonic loop of just modern day economic slavery for how many years? And motherfuckers won't even say, all right, well, let's just try this for 12 months. And if it don't work, well, I guess it's back to the fucking satanic hamster wheel. That's my thing. That's what really just pisses me off the most out of anything. It's like, ain't shit guaranteed to work. Honestly, we're probably gonna fail miserably. You know what I mean? We're probably gonna fucking fail miserably. But the thing is, you tried. But nobody even want to get on the training wheels of sovereignty. Nobody even wants to come together and just even talk about, you know what I mean? Sit down face to face, bro. That's the thing where I'm like, oh, we're cooked. Because then you're going to wait. See, we living in a time for the last how many years where we have the real ability. Forget how the government is going to react to it. We have the real life ability to walk outside and unite. And we seen what happened during that bullshit ass government dope experimentation. where they saying, oh, you gotta step, bro. They was literally drawing squares on the floor outside on the sidewalk and in the stores, putting down tape in the stores of you have to stand here and this person has to stand this far away from you, and we don't want to see more than 3 people standing next to each other. You don't think they're gonna fucking bring that shit back? So it's like, you know, it's just like a window of opportunity. And it's like, if you don't, and that's with anything and everything in life, having a baby, pursuing a career, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Having a threesome with 2 bad bitches. You know, it is what it is. Like, it's a window of opportunity, and if you don't take it, it will be taken from you. Like, I just feel like people don't understand that shit. And it's like, what we gonna do? We really just gonna sit here and literally wait around for them to take the opportunity away from us to come together? Is that what we really, are we really gonna do that? Niggas ain't gonna try to avoid that because they're gonna take that opportunity away from us, and then now it's gonna be civil war amongst everybody else. I do deliveries all day. I get disgusting. I get disgusted every time I see a Ring camera doorbell. That is a fucking weapon. That Ring camera doorbell bullshit is a surveillance weapon. The odds of somebody, and I'm talking about, I'm in safe neighborhoods where nothing happens. You moved here or you stay living here because don't nothing happen here. I'm still trying to figure out why people that live in safe areas with money, why the fuck do you got a Ring camera? If ain't shit going on over here. Because all you did was give the fucking government, whatever the fuck, access to your home. That's all you did. That's all you did. So it's like, if we don't come together and create a community where we build trust and we know each other, then it's like when shit pop off, we just gonna be fighting and killing each other, which is what they want. Because we outnumber them. Now, granted, they'll have the technology with the drones and the ray guns and all of this shit. They could, you know what I mean, fly a cloud over, you know what I mean, put some shit. They could sprinkle some government, some new government experiments. They could sprinkle it in the clouds and drop us on it, you know, all of that shit. But, you know, I don't know. I mean, the easiest way, it just seems like, is divide and conquer. That's always been the easiest strategy. Make them kill each other. You know? And while they're killing each other, make them think they're doing the right thing. Make the slaves kill each other, you know? Unbelievable. He said they waiting on the Sky Daddy to come out and save him. Oh man, so I like her energy, man. I like her energy. And I'm just like, you know, I don't have nothing to really live for. I don't have a family. I don't have kids. I don't have a girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't have, like, you know, like a real career. Like, I don't have shit to live for. You know what I mean? Like that. And I just always felt like, you know, I wanted to be a part of a community. You know, I don't really have nothing else, you know, to keep going for. You know what I mean?
Own system like TaskRabbit or TaskRabbit. There's other stuff, or we can again just have our own groups and say, hey, I'm finna deliver some groceries, or hey, I need some groceries. deliver this my tip, da 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 da.
Da, da, da,
People
da, da.
that survive off of DoorDash, they don't have to lose
Da,
their
da, da, da,
income.
da, da,
If
da.
anything, they'll make more income.
from the
'cause
city?
DoorDash take all their money anyway.
Facts,
I
nigga.
guess
So there's
Can I
plenty of
replay
companies
that?
and some groceries, or hey, I need some groceries. Deliver this my tip, da 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 da. People that survive off of DoorDash, they don't have to lose their income. If anything, they'll make more income because DoorDash take all their money anyway.
There it is.
I guess
So there's
that.
plenty of
If I make $100, bro, if I make $100, the app itself only pays me maybe $35. If I work 8 hours, the app will only pay me about $35 in 8 hours of driving. The rest out of that 100 is tips. The rest is tips. I'm literally driving around in circles all day for fucking like out of the kindness of another person's heart. Cause if they don't tip me, if I see how much the ride come up, it's so bad where every time I got a delivery that pop up, I can tell if the person left a tip, like a $5 or a $10, like a decent tip, or didn't tip at all. If I got a delivery that pops up and it's like, oh, it's only like a $5 ride, it's like I'm only getting paid $5 to go like 5, 6, 7 miles or whatever. I'm like, oh, they didn't tip shit. They might have tipped $1. You know what I mean? But when I see that same delivery and it's like, oh, $15, then I'm like, oh, okay, they left me at least $7, $8, $9 because the company itself, they're just scammers. They're the biggest scammers in the world. They don't pay you nothing. Like, I have receipts, bro, to the point where they'll send you a delivery. This shit is so crazy. They'll make you drive like 4 or 5 miles and have the nerve to only offer you $3 and some change. And I'm like, wow, this shit is crazy. This shit, it's like they need to be sued, these companies. DoorDash, Uber Eats, all of them. They need to be sued. They need to literally be taken for everything. And once again, you got these immigrants that come over here, and I guess where they're from, it's just fucking, I guess, you know what I mean? It's nothing like how it is over here. Like, wherever they come from, the cost of shit is wild low. So they come over here, and they're willing to work for literally $3. They're like, somebody told me in like some countries, they only make $5 a day. They lucky if they make $10 a whole day. You know, I don't know how true that is, but but I'm like, shit, we live in a country, well, bro, you can make $100 every day here, bro. You can make $700 a week and still be broke in this country, bro.
And plenty of businesses or people that are a part of a union, this is where we need y'all, okay? Like,
Okay, I think this is long
y'all are
enough.
gonna be the backbone. Y'all are gonna be the ones
Yeah.
who have to say,
You
we're
want
not
me to
working.
keep going?
We're not
No,
doing
I
this.
think
We're
we-
not
I
coming
think
to
we
work.
know where she's going.
Again, that's
She is trying to start a revolution from her bedroom, and I appreciate her spirit, her energy, and how well thought through with her PowerPoint presentation. She is, and she's got like a lot of great ideas. The problem is Nepal didn't have nukes, and the U.S. does have nukes in a UFO program, to where the power vacuum in Nepal is vastly different than a power vacuum in the United States, a major superpower in which the elite here will die trying to maintain their reigns of power and using and infiltrating those networks that she is trying to build. And I like everything she's talking about is what we were trying to do with Union of the Unwanted, homesteading,
So
all
once
that kind
again,
of stuff.
like, you know, a situation like this, you have to have balls. You have to be ready to die while you're living. You know, you have to be ready to sacrifice yourself for the next generation. That's the whole point of sovereignty. That's the whole point of true freedom. Like, you can't, that's the whole point. Like, you have to detach. You can't just be, I mean, what kind of fucking lame weirdo wants to walk this whole, live their whole life, just the only person they care about is themselves? What type of, what, like, that's in my opinion, that's an attribute of a fuck nigga. You know what I mean? They just go, you live their whole life just me, I. You know what I mean? I don't care about anybody else. Like, nah, you're a super fucking low vibrational, you know, like just bitch-defied entity, like, you know, and then you want to die like that? You want to die with that frequency? You want to die on with a frequency of just like, I'm only worried about me. I can't relate because I never been in that state. Let's have a real conversation. Can't relate because I never been in that state, man. I did not come into this realm only worried about me. If I did, my life, you think I'd be living in my car? If I only cared about me, I'd be straight. I'd be straight. I let people leave out of my life when I could have took advantage of them financially or on other levels. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times I let situations happen to where, you know, because I didn't want to take advantage of people, whatever the case may be. Like, you know, if I only cared about me, this would not be my life at all. You know what I mean? You know, even down to the fucking jobs that I work, you know what I mean? Like, I fucking deliver food to people all day and work with other people's animals and shit. And I almost had a job working with like mentally disabled people and shit. Like, I can't help it. My spirit is just drawn to helping, you know, other people or animals or nature, or to be of use, of use. And the average person is useless. Let's have a real conversation. That's why motherfuckers can't relate. Get over on people you do better than people who don't. Yeah. Because, I mean, y'all niggas see me, man. I'm the finesse god. I could finesse, you know what I mean? If I really want to, I could finesse shit out of people. But it's just a real icky feeling. You know, when you take advantage of somebody, it's a real nasty feeling. Like, it's a frequency. Like, it's a nasty wavelength to exist on when you taking advantage of somebody. Let's have a real conversation, you know what I mean? Like, blatantly, just like, you know? And then even on the other side of that thing, it's like when a person knows they're being taken advantage of, but they allow it. It's like, that's real fucking, that's some heinous wavelength frequency, like, you know what I mean? Like, why? You know, that's, once again, so this is what you're exercising your free will for? Like, come on. Let's cut it out, man. Getting fed by a white chick watching ESPN doing nothing. Hey, well, it sound like you fumbled the rock, Hurricane. That's what it sound. Cause honestly, I fumbled the rock, nigga. I was riding in foreign, nigga. All I had to do was, you know, hide the bitch birth control. That's all I had to do. Shit, I would have had a G-Wagon, and I would have been working on getting a fucking Ferrari. Okay? Fuck is you talking about? Real life shit, nigga. I would have had a G-Wagon by now, and I would have been working on the fucking Ferrari. It might not have been a brand new Ferrari, but it would have been in the driveway, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? But nah, me being like, nah, I want to be a good soul. I just don't want to take advantage of no rich bitch. I just don't want to take advantage of no multi-millionaire trust fund baby bitch. Fuck is you talking about? Let me wake up again. Let me wake up in this world again, though. It's over. See that bank right there getting cracked. I'll let and grant that father. Let me wake up in this bitch again. It's over. It's over. Okay? I'm running up in Reek House. I'm running past all the baby oil. I'm not touching the baby oil. I'm going straight to the safe. I'm stealing all his food stamp cards, all of that shit. Let's have a real conversation. I'm not touching the baby oil, though. You can have that. That nigga Reek. The baby oil was basically liquid gold to that nigga. It's basically liquid gold. Let's have a real conversation, you know? So, but these guys, you know, once again, these guys, man, look, these people not afraid to fucking, they're scared. They're scared, you know, they're scared. They don't want to die. You know, they have a home, they have a family, they can eat out, they can afford to eat out. You know, they're comfortable. Let's have a real conversation. And I think that's unfortunately, you know, that's the only time that people even have that urge anymore. You know, because people are so docile, they're just so fucking desensitized, just numb, just jaded, numb, damn near fucking NPC like, you know. The only time people even get the urge to be like, okay, we have to do something is when everything gets taken away, is when motherfuckers gonna be living in the street. And then a lot of these people living in the street, they're not like me. They're not like me where they go to work all day. No, these people living in the street are high as hell. Dope the fuck up. You know what I mean? Out of their minds. You know? So they're basically useless as well, you know? So it's like, you know, it's sad. Like these people, they lose everything and their response is, okay, what do I need to do? What do I have to do? I need to go get high. Like, you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying, bro. The average person, that's how they, you know, when real life happen, they just run to fucking drugs and alcohol and all of this other shit, you know? It don't make no sense. Escapism. People want to disassociate, right? I sit down at the dinner table and you know what I mean? I have conversations with my demons. Let's have a real conversation. How you doing? How was your day? Who'd you terrorize today? What kind of bullshit was you on today, demon? Okay, that's interesting. All right. I sit down at the dinner table, break bread with my demons. Fuck is you talking about? I'm not running. I'm not hiding. Fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Never been pussy. Can't nobody in my life call me pussy. Can't nobody in my fucking life call me pussy, bro. And the only times I ever walked away from confrontation is because I wanted to, you know, I was never afraid. I was never scared. I just knew that I would fucking hurt somebody real bad. And I wouldn't stop. You understand? I would not stop. You know? So, I think there was another video or something, man. I don't know. I think it was another video or something. It's just on here. I'm not signed in on here, so I don't know. He said, how did the interview go? Man, I almost walked out of that bitch, bro. They told me to be there at 12 o'clock. I go in, you know, talk to the receptionist. It was so ghetto. Go in, go to the receptionist. They like, oh, you got to go to the other building. Go to the other building. She like, oh, you got to fill out this. I'm like, bitch, I did this online. You know, they like, oh, you know, like the employee application. I said, I literally filled this out online. Why do they make you do that shit? Why? This why nobody want to work this little stupid shit like this. Why when you apply for a fucking job, you got to apply for the job like 3 different fucking times? Like, you know what I mean? Just like the fucking doctor. Go to the doctor. Fill out all my information. All my information is on the fucking insurance card, bitch. And or whatever. Why the fuck I gotta fill this shit out again? We're literally doing their job for them. That's what's happening. They're lazy bums. We're doing their job for them. You should have to fill out this information one time. Then we get there like, oh, you gotta do it again. Bitch, I know I'm doing your job. Yo, I'm gonna just start, yo. Oh, man, bro. So go there or whatever. Fill out the information again. I put the same shit on the paper that was on my whatever profile, internet profile that I used to apply with, whatever, which is the only reason why you even responded to me is because maybe they didn't read my resume. I don't know. But so whatever. They respond, whatever. I mean, and she's like, I'll fill it out, whatever, give it to her. Then I'm sitting there for like almost 40 minutes. I'm like, okay. So probably 20 minutes sitting there. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to just leave. Like, and apparently it was another dude there. I guess he was getting hired or interviewed or whatever. I was like, yeah, I'm about to leave because I work for myself, bro. Like, the way I make money and the way I've been making money for the last 10 years, I hustle. I make money for myself. I make money. I do independent contracting work. That's what my shit qualifies as. I work for myself. I don't have like a nigga breathing down my neck. I don't have somebody like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even work for these restaurants that I deliver for and whatever, you know, and then I work with animals. Like, so I mean, when I work with animals, I guess my boss or my manager superior is the owner, but I'm cool. I'd be so cool with the fucking owners and shit that it don't feel like that, you know? I don't like being in environments where a motherfucker feel like they your slave master. I'm like, yeah, I will put your bloodline in a blunt. Don't play with me. Stop it. Let's just, hi, my name is low key, my name, and I will put your bloodline in a blunt. Stop playing with me. So anyway, you know, whatever. I was about to leave. Like, I'm staring at the door. I'm like, why am I sitting here? Because if I was 20 minutes late or 40 minutes late, they would have told me to kick rocks, you know? So that's where the whole, like, respect thing came in for me. I'm like, yo, I'm already seeing, you know what I mean? Like, I'm hyper aware of the patterns. It's like, you told me to be here at this time, and they like stressed it. They was like, if they even called me in the morning, they was like, we just want to confirm if you coming and shit. And I was like, yeah, I'll be there. They're like, oh, the person coming in lives like an hour away. So they did all of this shit. They stressed the point of me being on time so crazy. But the nigga interviewed me 45 minutes late. And it's like, how you don't know I got other stuff to do, bro? How you know I don't have somebody else that I'm taking care of? How do you know I don't have to have another obligation or another appointment or whatever the fuck? It just come down to respect. And when you go to these little rinky-dink $15 an hour jobs, dude, these jobs ain't shit regardless. These jobs ain't shit regardless. So don't act like you gotta fucking, these people your slave master and shit. I treat all these fucking jobs the same. You know what I'm saying? If you want bullshit, I'ma be on bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck is you talking about? If you want bullshit, I'ma be on bullshit. Fuck is you talking about? And I just might not show up. Don't worry where I'm at. I'm not there. Fuck is you talking about? You know? So long story short, I really felt like I was like, bro, I just don't want to be here. But I felt like I was like sabotaging myself. I'm like, because I did that with another interview. I had an interview last week, and like at the last minute, like I literally was like about to get in my car and drive there. And at the last minute, it was like a driving job. And at the last minute, I was like, I don't want to do this. And I don't, until like, even now, I'm like, I don't know if I fucked up or not. Like, I'll just say, for some reason, I don't know. I don't know if it was like my lower self, you know, fucking me over or whatever, but I was just like, I don't want to do it. And I literally, like, an hour, I was like, I canceled it and shit. And I was like, damn, I'm a piece of shit. I was like, damn, I'm a piece of shit. And then so this one, the reason why I went through with it and I didn't leave, even though I was sitting there fucking 40 minutes, bro, waiting for the manager or whatever. And the reason why I didn't leave is because I didn't want to I didn't want to feel like I was doing the same thing. Like I was like kind of like, you know, self-sabotaging or just whatever the fuck. So I was like, let me just see this through. You know what I mean? Like when you're in a situation where you just start to feel like you don't want to be somewhere. But I'm like, let me just see it through. So talked to the manager. He was cool. Seemed like he liked me. I don't fucking know. It's a fucking rinky-dink ass job, bro. I mean, you know what I mean? Like I said, really for me, if I'm being 100, you know, like I just need a job on paper so I can get health insurance. That's really it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, you know, I make enough money to pay my bills, you know, and pay for gas and feed myself and you know, buy clothes or whatever, do my laundry. But, you know, I need like the jobs that my hustles, my hustles that I do, they don't provide health insurance. It doesn't provide dental insurance. It doesn't provide, you know, shit like that, you know? So it's like recently I'm having some shit going on. Like I'll just wake up in the morning and like I'm having problems with my body. And I'm like, damn, is it just because I'm getting older or whatever the fuck it is? But I'm having problems with my body. And I'm like, I need to be able to go to the doctor. You know what I mean? Like, I need to be able to go to the doctor. They want to charge you hundreds of fucking dollars just for a fucking visit. If you go to the hospital, they want to charge you hundreds of dollars just to get a CAT scan, MRI, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? And I can't afford that shit. So I have to get a job that offers that shit. And the wildest thing about it is the dude told me in the interview, he was like, oh yeah, you got to be working here for 3 months before you can qualify for health insurance. I'm like, this is the most raggedy country in the face of America, in the face of the world. I mean, the fact that they steal the money out of all of our fucking paychecks and we don't have free health care. And the only time you get free health care is if you on like welfare or whatever, but they not even letting niggas get on that shit no more. They're actually kicking people off. You know what I'm saying? The government assistance shit that they've been on for years. It's insane. So on top of America not offering free health care, then you got to work a job for fucking 3 months. So what if you need to get to the doctor right now? Like, yo, I'm not going to say like what the fuck was going on with me, but I was going through some shit where like, I need to go to the emergency room and I need to get looked at, but I didn't have health insurance. So I literally just had to eat the pain. Literally. I just had to eat the pain for like over like a week, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it's still like bothering me. And I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. When you like, bro, when you realize that you can't even afford to go to the doctor, it's a different type of anger, bro. It's a different type of anger. And it's just like, you really just lose all, like, you like, fuck everything. Like, you know what I mean? That's really when you want to crash the fuck out. Money to countries that do get free healthcare. Yeah. Yeah, all of it, man. These jobs don't pay shit, bro. These jobs don't pay shit, bro. For you to live comfortably, not have to stress about, you know what I mean? These jobs don't pay shit. What is $15 an hour? You working all day, moving around all day. You know what I'm saying? Killing your fucking body, constantly moving, you know? Stressed out, having to deal with dumbass people. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, unless you want to voluntarily participate in a humiliation ritual for yourself and go on social media and humiliate yourself or whatever, you know, and that's your way to get rich or whatever, then I don't know. You know? Because even if you get, like, you start a little small business and you doing your passion and shit, where's the money coming from? Where's the money coming from? So that's why all these chicks are starting OnlyFans, selling their literal fucking souls so they can live comfortably. So they have a roof over their heads. You know what I'm saying? That's why all the fucking dudes are fucking, they want to be fucking rappers and do weird shit. Do super weird shit. Everybody want to compromise, you know. They got to compromise themselves just to have a roof over their head. It's crazy. This nigga's a bitch ass nigga. I think there was something else on here. I'm not sure. I'm showing David Icke. What David Icke talking about?
You will need a digital ID. This is the door closing that's not intended to be opened again. And the idea is everything you do, I mean everything eventually, you will need a digital ID. And your digital ID will be connected to a digital currency. If you want to see what's planned for the West tomorrow, then look at China today, where if you are not behaving in a way that the government wants you to behave, then you lose credits in their social credit system. And if you lose enough, you can't go on a plane, you can't go on a train, basically take part in mainstream society. You are excluded. This is a global agenda. This is not about Keir Starmer, he's a gopher. It's not about Donald Trump, he's a gopher.
He's a gopher.
And they're gophers for this global network that I call the global cult. And the idea is to eventually have a world government which won't be elected, purely appointed, technocrats, bureaucrat, that will oversee this AI digital system. And you won't be able to go anywhere in the world without this system is tracking you. Here we are now looking at this line in the sand, and if we allow it to be crossed, it's going to be very, very difficult to push back. And that's why it's so vital that the people of, well, this country, but all countries, realize the scale of freedom deletion this digital ID is a massive step towards and fundamental to the deletion of freedom.
People in the chat were calling him a lizard person. He doesn't like that. When you tell him he's a lizard person on Twitter, he doesn't like that. He blocks.
Yeah, he got weird. Sorry, I think I'm glitching out over here. I'm glitching out.
Oh my god.
So yeah, like shit is weird. Like, I mean, now we just live in this world where now it's like, we live in a world full of know-it-alls now. So now everybody is predicting their own demise. Everybody is just predicting their own demise now. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make no sense. Zero action, zero initiative, zero, like, it's just like, bro, it's like we're living in like a fucking book or some shit where it's like the whole book you're like, or movie, you're like, why aren't people doing anything? You know what I mean? It's like we watching the horror movie where like the bitch will be standing right behind the killer with a fucking knife or an AK-47 and be like, bitch, shoot the motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what that's why I can't listen to this shit. Cause I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, I can't, man. I can't, bro. I'm like, what's wrong with us? Like, what the fuck? What? What?
North Korea.
Wasn't that planet? Yeah, a bunch of orphan eels out there.
Bunch of orphan eels.
Then now they're freshwater creatures. The next phase is called a yellow eel. It's their main growth.
You tried it out.
Here's my eggs. Here's my sperm. Good luck.
Turn and burn, dude. Turn and burn.
It ain't happening.
I'd like for it to happen.
I pray for it to happen. I pray. Oh, dude.
I thought I had heard about all the worst serial killers, but this guy was so disgusting that Germany actually banned any book that mentioned him for decades. This is Peter Kürten. He was known as the Vampire of Dusseldorf, and to show you how horrible he was, let me tell you a story. Now, this information comes from a lot of those banned books, which is what we used for research for this episode of the Heart Stars Pounding podcast. But in 1929 in Germany, police noticed that a lot of bodies were showing up on the outskirts of Dusseldorf with very strange things done to them. The bodies had all been stabbed multiple times with a thin pair of scissors, but also their necks were completely mutilated. In fact, it looked like someone had bitten their necks and started drinking their blood. And that was Peter Kürten's whole MO. He would stalk young women and children on the outskirts of Dusseldorf, and when they weren't expecting it, he would attack.
Can you imagine just already having just like a terrible fucking day, life, existence, whatever, and you just like on your way home from fucking where the fuck would you have a really bad day at? You on your way home from like the laundromat or some shit, just doing some shit you don't want to do. You're just like, I could go at least 3-4 days. What's that shit called? Commando in it. I could go. I really don't want to do this long. I could go about 3-4 days. After 4 days, it just get, you know what I mean, the build up. It's just like, yeah, nah, this shit ain't going. This is actually fucking disgusting, but you go 3-4 days. So you on your way home from fucking doing laundry, which you never wanted to do. You know, imagine a nigga jumping on you and then stabbing you with some fucking kitty scissors and shit, some fucking Oompa Loompa scissors, and then drinking your blood out your neck and shit. He's like, I knew I should have stayed the fuck home. The fuck are we talking about, man? The fuck is this shit, man?
And drink their blood, sometimes so much that he would get sick next to their bodies. Peter was so obsessed with blood that when he was being executed, he stood up next to the guillotine and asked the executioner if when his head was chopped off, if he would still be able to hear the blood gushing from his own neck. Peter's head is actually on display in the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum in Wisconsin. I'm gonna spare you what it looked like.
There you go. We need to recruit people like this, okay? We need to be recruiting. We need to be on 4chan and Reddit. Wherever the fuck these people be at, we need to be recruiting people like this. And they'll be I'll be our first wave. When people try to pull up on us for trying to be sovereign, this will be the front lines right here. We'll literally have vampires. You know what I mean? When they try to pull up, you know what I mean? When the government try to pull up on us, what's going on over here? We literally have vampires on the squad, man. You know what I mean? That's what we need, man. You know? Any nigga that'll fucking suck blood out of another nigga neck, man. I need somebody like that on my team, man. I need that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody try to fuck with you and shit. your homeboy jump on that nigga and bite a fucking gaping. I need a nigga that'll suck blood out another nigga neck for me, man. That's how I know the love is real. Apparently everybody's talking about this Donald Trump made a meme or something. Trump uses protests, Trump mocks protests. People like really upset about this. This is so stupid. So yeah, there's that. 719,000 views. So the thing is, like, once again, bro, it really is all about perspective here. Because it's like, the truth is, Donald Trump is helping, regardless of how people feel about him. You know, these fucking normies or the NPCs, the people that still get emotionally affected by the left-right paradigm. You know, what Paul said is just, this motherfucking Paul is the Michael Jordan of the truth community. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. For how long he's been doing it, and how it's like, it's almost like he does it effortlessly. You know, he's able to shift your paradigm and your perspective. This guy said, look, ultimately, Donald Trump is helping collapse the system or whatever, destroy the system, you know, and that's how I look at things now. I'm just like, yeah, let him do all of that. All of that. Let him, because before, what are we doing? Everything is the same cycle. It's the same loop now. So I'm like, yeah, let him do all of that. Let Civil War pop off. Let martial law pop off. Let something happen, because that's the problem. Nothing's been happening other than 9/11 and COVID. What has happened? This shit should have been, like, if we having a real conversation, bro, this country should have been collapsed, bro. This country should have been collapsed, dude. The fuck is you talking about? You know? Yeah, it's fake as, I mean, it's just crazy. It's fake as hell, but, you know, like Paul says that, I think, I'm paraphrasing, but, like, basically, you know, Paul is saying that, you know, he's, like, operating, he's doing, like, he's serving his purpose. Like, he's serving, and Trump is serving, kind of like a divine purpose, which is to play his role. And if his role is to collapse America or whatever, be a part of that ultimately happening, then that's his divine role. Let's have a real conversation. You know, it is what it is, and I'm with it. Like, you know, can you imagine being on the other side where you're like, really, like, I can't even put myself in that frequency. Fuck this world, because I'm detached from it. I'm detached from the flesh. So when you detach from the flesh, it doesn't matter. It's literally like you're watching a TV show. It's null and void. Okay, it's like I'm like looking at these people and I'm like, good for y'all. That's cute. That's adorable. I'm like, that's adorable. Look how upset you are. I'm like, that's adorable. You know? What I get upset about is the people that are sitting next to me watching the TV show with me. That's when I get mad. I'm like, okay, so what the fuck we about to do? Like, that's when I get mad. But their little show and shenanigans, I'm like, oh, that's so cute. That is the cute. Look at that. Look at the little AI you're using a little chat GBT. Oh, it's so adorable, the little chat GBT. Give a fuck about none of that shit, man. Don't matter. You know? People constantly talking about, you know what I mean? And I'm at the fucking gas station a couple weeks ago, and this dude, man, they having a whole oh my God, man. I don't know who's worse. I don't know who's worse. The liberals or the conservatives. I don't know who's worse, because they're both equally fucking brain dead. You know what I mean? Sitting there, and I just said hi to this dude or whatever, because he used to be a customer in my job that I used to work at. And then he started talking about, basically, if there's a civil war that happens, he's like, well, the liberals are stupid because you already know conservatives have more guns. And I'm like, and in my brain, I'm just like, so you just gonna start killing people that is in the same exact situation as you? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, so these the same people that live on your street and shit, the same people that struggling like you just gonna start, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, you niggas are too stupid, bro. You niggas are too stupid, bro. Like, you ever just, I'm like, yo, you're too stupid to even, like, I don't even want to give you none of my energy. No, I don't even want to make eye contact with you. You just fucking retarded. I don't want to catch that shit. I don't want to catch that retardation. So here's this guy, this clown, man. I don't even want to play him. He's a clown. He probably copyrights. So yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm not really. The sooner this shit collapses, the better. Because at least there'll be some sort of opportunity for something new. I'm not saying it'll be any better, but this shit is played out. I don't care what nobody say. This shit is played out. I'm saying. And then they're saying, oh, well, when Donald Trump, when there's a new president and Donald Trump isn't president, they're all going to get arrested and thrown in jail. I'm like, what happened to Hillary? Well, what happened to all the other people, the presidents that were in office when they was doing all this illegal shit, you know what I'm saying, all over the fucking world and even here? What are you talking about? What happened to Joe Biden? Why didn't Joe Biden get arrested? All the fucking shit he was doing, him and his son was doing with Ukraine and shit. What are you talking about? I mean, these people really believe that shit. And then nothing, it's the same thing. And then nothing fucking happens. No one gets arrested. No one goes to fucking jail. No one has to deal with any type of consequences at fucking all. These people literally just be able to say they're in the record books or the history books as the president. They monetized the presidency, so they became rich as fuck while they were there in the holding office, lying to their own fucking people, that employ them. Let's have a real conversation. And nothing happens. And people don't fucking care. People don't pull up. Okay? American citizens don't pull up. Every fucking person, every fucking politician has an address. Every politician has an address. And the American people don't pull up. They don't do shit about it. They just move on to the next distraction. And that's why I don't get caught up in that shit. Because it's a fucking joke. And if you get caught up in that shit, you're a joke. And if you're really mad, these politicians and people have addresses. So that's why I'm just like, you know, if you not pulling up, you ain't really mad. Let's have a real conversation. So yeah, I don't know what else is going on. I haven't really been on social media today. I don't know really what else is going on. We talked about Charlie Kirk.
When a hero stumbles, well, the cowards rejoice. Nothing feels better to a coward than to watch a brave guy fall. And these people that talk about me, these cowards that rejoice, well, they don't understand what greatness looks like.
No. You talking about Charlie Kirk, man. This dude, he's a bozo. The dude, I guess he had a shot collar on the dude. They're clowns, bro.
Fish has been it's actually crazy.
It's like
this is still going
It's
on.
like you'll have people on the internet that just spew fucking division and left right paradigm. Talking points that just destroy people's minds and relationships. You know what I mean? And nobody gets canceled for that. But the dude puts a shot collar around a fucking dog or something, and then everybody's like, he's got to go. You know what I mean? You got people literally, people on social media bought and paid for, like, literal fucking shills for other countries and shit. Bought and paid for, sold their souls to other countries to push a fucking narrative. They don't get canceled for shit. But as soon as a dog is involved, oh, we got to get him up out of here.
And now you have him with the old dog with a cut on his neck. And then he has that thing. I mean, honestly, you know, you don't even really like this. I'm not even trying to look at that, right? I mean, that's sad to see. Even if you are a fan, you got to admit this shit does not look good.
Just for this dude, you know he don't leave the house.
Motherfucker, come here. If you run right now, I'll fucking kill you. Like, I'll actually kill you, okay? What is this? Hassan asked by a long-term sub to apologize for his mistake.
Yeah, so
I'm a Hassan Abihed, but why is this so hard for you to apologize that you did your pet wrong, brother, and you're gonna do better in the future? It would help you and it would strengthen it.
It just doesn't stop.
That is a Hassan Abihed. That's like legitimately a long-term community subscriber who seemingly hasn't seen me take accountability for not immediately going over to
you see that chat?
check in on her.
You see that chat?
To take accountability for being a dog abuser, well, then that's not accountability. That's just me agreeing to the insane hallucinations.
Apologize for what? Leave her alone, chatters. As LA, it's on me. They're bringing up me.
This is a clown, bro. I mean, yeah, it's weird. Like, this guy doesn't leave the house. I saw a clip of this guy, Asmongold. I saw a clip of him drinking water, and he was like, this is disgusting. You know, these people are fucking out of their mind, man. So the other dude, I think he's like a Young Turk shill. idiot moron, you know, and he pushes that left-right paradigm bullshit. And I guess, I don't know, they're calling him a dog abuser now. So it's weird, bro. It's weird. You can literally push division and, you know, just, but nobody cares. You can literally come up on here and not have a single fucking solution to solve a single fucking problem. Just come up here and say, oh, it's the right. It's the right. It's the whoever the fuck you blaming. You know, and add to that shit and monetize that shit. Monetize that hate. You know what I mean? And everybody's cool with that. But as soon as you fucking put a shock collar on a dog, they're like, you know, like, get the fuck out of here, man. So apparently dogs are more important than fucking humans. Apparently, you know what I mean? So I guess that's what's going on, you know what I mean? But once again, white people have different relationships with dogs than black people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna say too much. But I'm gonna slide up out of here, man. Appreciate everybody chiming on the conversation. It's low key. I am a Shay. You know who I am, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have a good night, man. Yeah, and that bitch ass nigga that fucking saw me in real life put his head down and shaked his head and kept moving. Yeah, you a bitch ass nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro. Cause I'll really crack a nigga head wide open on Grand Theft Auto. Let's have a real conversation. Shout out all the gang stalkers lurking too.